we started this show to improve on the perception and also kill the myths and also bring a lot of So my name is Innocent Magezi from Nostalgic Coffee Limited. I'm a filmmaker, I'm a coffee activist, and I'm a teacher of diction and film studies. So nice meeting you all. It's good to have you on this show. We can all introduce and get started.
My name is Ibrahim Lutakome. I've been a student at Train Smart Coffee College. I just finished my barista course as a professional barista. You're welcome to Train Smart Coffee College. We hope to have a very good conversation with you guys. Thank you for coming.
Hello, my name is Monica. I'm also part of the Magezi University Coffee Club. So I've been part of it for a while. Yes, and you're all welcome to this conversation. I hope to engage you guys and hear from all of you and hear this.
Hello everyone, my name is Belinda. I'm a student at Magezi University, doing food science and technology. Part of the Magezi Coffee Club, and as well as an ambassador to Nostalgic Coffee. Thank you.
I'm Mukasa Moses, a trainer here at Train Smart Coffee College. I'm also an entrepreneur, so I welcome you all to the coffee conversation led by the Youth Coffee Association. So we may enjoy. Thank you.
Yes, we normally have like topics, all standard topics that we discuss, but they are not very coffee because we would like to engage the audience for people who are new to coffee, such that they also embrace Ugandan coffee. So today we are looking at actually the first one I think is normally what we normally start with. How do you describe Uganda coffee? So we are going to all give views. How do you describe Uganda coffee? Christine, how do you describe Uganda coffee?
Uganda coffee, maybe let me start with we have both our though of course we are the birthplace for Robusta. Yes, someone who has been in the industry for a while, through the Magezi University Coffee Club, I would say maybe about the flavors and the aromas. There are maybe some major notes or something like that, you could say. So how I would describe Uganda coffee? I would say, depending on the person, because we all have different palates. But as me, I would say maybe the notes you would notice most when you're drinking it would be like caramels. Most of it is also sour, depending of course on the what do you call it? On the way you've brewed it. Yeah, I would also say the Arabicas, to me, the Arabicas seem to have more flavor and aroma than the Robustas. Yeah, that's what I would say about Uganda.
Great. But I didn't get the sour bit of it.
Yeah.
So all right.
Main Arabicas.
Main Arabica. Okay. Belinda, we can do gender balance. Yeah. So you can tell us about your perception about Ugandan coffee.
My perception about Ugandan coffee, as a person who has very little experience, because I'm like 3 months or 4 months old in this coffee. So the knowledge I have about coffee, especially Ugandan coffee, it is of good quality, first of all, depending on the areas we're growing coffee from, the mountainous areas, the altitude that Uganda is blessed with. It helps us grow a very nice coffee, especially a Robusta, because as most of us know that Uganda is the leading producer of Robusta coffee. Then we also have a very good Arabica coffee that we grow alongside the mountain slopes, especially Elgon, Rwenzori. We have very good coffee, and away from the beans, when this coffee is processed and then graded and then roasted, it has very good aromas, it has very good notes, especially citrus notes, berries in there. So Ugandan coffee is very good, that I can say about it. And Ugandan coffee, for me, the perspective that I view Ugandan coffee, I think it is something that can actually surpass even our leading exports for now. I think coffee in the future can actually become the top export for Uganda, if at all people can get the necessary knowledge about the coffee, if at all our associations can actually put in more effort to create the awareness. Funding is very important if Ugandan coffee can grow to greater heights. And also, as individuals, we also have to put in that extra effort such that we can actually compete with other countries that grow coffee, because we have very good quality coffee. It is just as the individuals who are lagging behind as far our coffee can be concerned. Yes.
Okay, great. Musa, Belinda.
About Ugandan coffee, I'm going to agree with Ibrahim and Christine. We have one of the best, the best quality of coffee as a country. However, I think we as a country do not usually maybe add value to the coffee, or if we add value to it, the local market itself is very small. So most of our coffee is usually exported outside, unlike ourselves. So I think Ugandan coffee is good, but then we need to promote its consumption as a country. We need to get people to love it, because it's from our own soils. Yeah, so we need to find a way of promoting its consumption.
Okay, great. Yes. My take is, I'm going to be egoistic. Yeah. Ugandan coffee, I think Ugandan coffee is the best coffee in the world. Because, as you all know, we are the birthplace of Robusta coffee. We have the best altitude in the world. We are called the Pearl of Africa for a reason. Being the Pearl of Africa means we have the best altitude, we have the best temperatures, the best soils, the best, all of the best. That means we have the best of it. Yeah? Our coffee is the best, so that is how I describe our coffee. Talking about our Arabica is unique. We have the unique origins of Zombo and Kapchora, which are very profitable on the world market. As you all know, it is the Zombo region produces both Arabica and and Robusta coffee. That makes it unique and very attractive to the world market. Yeah. Talking more about our coffee, our coffee brings out our culture. For example, because we are the leading producers of Robusta and we are the birthplace of Robusta, Robusta is resistant. Yeah, it is the most resistant type of
plants.
Yes. So that means Ugandans are resistant. We are innovative. It brings out our culture. basically.
Yeah, hard.
We are hard, yeah. We are so hard, yeah. So, that being said, Ugandan coffee, yeah, it is the best. The best, yeah, best.
Okay, that's great. The coffee conversations are sponsored by Frosting Baristas Academy. It is also sponsored by Nostalgic Coffee's Cinematic Blend. Yeah, and today we are sponsored and hosted by Train Smart Coffee College. So yeah, I would maybe use 3 words to describe Uganda coffee. It's great, it's rich and exquisite. I don't think there is any best coffee in the world apart from Uganda. That's why most of our coffee is being exported.
Yeah.
But by the time the Ugandans realize that our coffee is great and rich, it will be too late. So if you're a Ugandan out there, make sure you sip on the consumable gold before it's being taken out. So today how do you like your cup of coffee? You want it strong? You want it how do you want your cup of coffee? We are only short by power, electricity, because we wanted to get an exquisite brew from Train Smart Coffee College. Yeah, once power is back, we are all going to get a cup of coffee, probably a cappuccino or a latte. So how would you like your cup of coffee?
Let me go first. I like my cup strong acidity. I mostly like the chemix coffee. Yeah, it brings out all of the ingredients I want in the coffee. Yeah.
Flavors.
Yeah, the flavors,
Nuts.
the body, the nuts. Yeah, so I like the chemix coffee, and the time I take brewing it. Yeah, the interaction I have with my coffee while brewing it using a chemix.
So
Numbers.
So you're this person who would invest time in brewing the
Yeah.
best cup of.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
that's great. That's I think that's where Ugandans should reach.
Yeah.
Because they're like, Ugandan coffee, it remains in the cup. I think they after instant, but instant we are not yet there, and I don't think it's the ideal coffee because you have freshly roasted and freshly ground. How would you like your cup of coffee, Belinda?
I think mild. I don't like strong coffee. I don't like bitter or sour taste. I just want something small to fill the presence of coffee, the aroma, the taste, basically.
Sweetness.
Yes.
How would you like your cup of coffee, Christine?
I would say I like having coffee that has that strong aroma and flavor. I want to smell it. I want to smell it. I want it to fill the room so I can say, okay, that's what I'm talking about here. But not very strong, as in, because some people say that when you have a lot of strong coffee, you get migraines. Some people do get migraines. I'm part of those people. When I take very strong coffee, I do get migraines. So I don't want it very strong. I want to be able to feel the flavor, the aromas. That's the main point, the flavors and aromas. Then of course I want it with milk.
Yes. With milk.
With milk.
The cappuccino and latte family.
Yes.
I have a point. Yeah. Concerning ladies, my time I have spent in the coffee industry, ladies like the mocha. Yeah, they don't like that strong acidity to the chocolate. So I get your point. Yeah, I get your point.
Okay, barista.
Yes, my cup of coffee, honestly, I like a balanced cup. I want to taste everything in the cup. I want to smell the aromas. I want to know what flavor is in the cup. Then I want to taste the acidity. I want some bit of bitterness, so I want a balanced cup majorly. Yes.
Okay, that's great. Oh, me? Yeah. At the time of being in coffee, okay, if I decide to take coffee, I prefer someone to brew it for me because me, I would like Nyinzo Chisusa. Like I put a lot of coffee. Yeah, but I regulate it. I regulate the way I take coffee. Yeah, because I'm an addict. Yeah, but I'm a plant addict. I know how to.
You take water.
Yeah, I take water and sometimes I switch. So Ugandan coffee is very interesting. Once you open a pack, of course the aromas, the notes, you can just feel them automatically. So
I remember I made me a cup of coffee last time. Yeah, it was that strong.
yeah, it was strong. But usually when someone is serving you a cup of coffee, they ask you your preference, whether it's strong, mild, or if it's for a machine, they'll ask you a double shot or simple or mild. Yes, we can go maybe to roasting. So yeah, especially to those in the value chain, like real value chain. Have you tried roasting? Have you studied about roasting, the profiles and
Yeah, I have an idea about roasting. Well, roasting coffee, it actually depends. It actually depends on the coffee type. Then the roast profiles, we actually have many roast profiles, but the common ones are the light roast, the medium roast, medium dark, then the dark roast, and each roast profile, it actually has its own characteristics. If you look at the light roast, it will give you a light body after making a cup. Then the aromas, we shall feel more of the aromas in the light roast, because the more we roast this coffee, we are losing some of them and actually gaining some. So we shall feel some flavors and some aromas in the light roast, some that we may not feel in the dark roast or medium dark. So that is how it moves. When we come to the medium, we shall also feel some that we have not felt in the light. So that is how it moves, according to what I know.
okay, that's great. Have you done roasting?
I've never participated.
That is very good.
Yeah.
Have you done roasting?
Yes, actually, I did my. I didn't say, but I'm also a student at Magezi. So I'm also doing a bachelor's in food science and technology. Yes. So during my internship, my school internship, we went to Uganda Coffee Development Authority at UMA, and that's where we did some roasting. Yes, we were able to participate in the roasting for a while. And of course, like I said, I would agree with it. There are a couple of roasting profiles, and each profile has different flavors and aromas it brings out in the coffee. So depending on what you like, then you choose according to the flavor. Because according to me, the darker roasts, like dark and very dark, have more bitter caramel flavors than the lighter ones. So depending on what you like, had someone say that they like bitter tastes. It was him. Yeah, so if it is him, then he will probably choose dark and very dark. But the way you roast it will also depend on what you want to use it for. Yeah, what you want to use the coffee for. Yeah, but for someone who just wants to take coffee, maybe like a latte or like a cappuccino, I would say personally I would prefer like a medium dark, or like medium dark, okay, because I don't want it to be very bitter. Yeah, I want to feel those. I want to feel the chocolate, the caramel, but I don't want them to overpower the citrus, the berries. I want them to be balanced. I can feel the chocolate, I can feel the caramel. So for me, if I'm to roast for myself, I would take a medium. Yeah, and maybe if you're also going to do like cupping, medium is best because it does roast. Yeah. So, depending on what you're going to use your coffee for, it also kind of dictates the roast you take. Yes.
Yes, for me, basically, about roasting, I'm going to, because I'm involved in the coffee chain, our president, His Excellency, was trying to come up with an idea for our coffee to be roasted here before it is taken before it is exported. That was a good idea, and that is what I believe in, because we deserve to get the best out of our coffee. Yeah, because the amount of money, because we are the producers of coffee. If we don't produce coffee, the world will not consume coffee. That means we should get more out of coffee than people from outside Uganda get out of coffee. That being said, our coffee is mostly exported because we don't have enough resources here in Uganda to help us roast our coffee before we export it. As youths of this country, that is one of the areas we should be looking at, to roast our coffee and to have standard, because the Europeans want quality standards,
products.
Quality products. We can make it here at home in Uganda. So that is my take on roasting. Yes.
Okay. Okay, roasting is simply the art of using heat. You know how to roast. Yeah. So you cannot consume that bean unless it's roasted. So you have roasters that operate roasteries and come up with the roast, but different clients have different roast profiles. Yeah, for example, like in the US medium roast doesn't make anything to them. So they might take dark, and some medium dark. I don't think medium dark is a roast, but it's the Ugandan roast. When the roast is first medium, people say medium dark, but the real profiles, medium dark doesn't exist. So I think the famous profile in Uganda is medium roast, since we are still learning coffee. Yeah, the famous profile is medium roast. Yeah, most people prefer medium roast because it has a milder roast. Yeah, the taste is sweet. The aromas still come out very well. The flavors, yeah. So most of the Ugandans prefer medium roast, and I think it's also my best. Before that, nostalgic coffee was only doing medium roast. Yeah.
I think we switched.
Yeah, we switched because our clientele kept on growing, and the people we started with who wanted medium roast now no longer fit medium roast. Yeah. So it means that there is hope for Ugandan market. And for dear youth out there who have started the value addition, the market is still very virgin, because I think we're around 7% now of consumption. Imagine in a country of 48 million. This census is about to give us the right figures. Then we can go to brewing. So this table is full of brewers, and also the main man, the machine. That's the espresso machine. So I think Mr. can tell us about these machines and how they are used, because there might be a dedicated viewer who is interested in maybe acquiring one of the machines and to spice up their brewing. I think all of us know how to operate an espresso machine. Yeah. So the mother of beverages, usually the mother of beverages in coffee is an espresso. Yeah. The espresso is the word that originates from Italy. So we can, maybe you can take us through about how the machines operate.
So let me talk about the chemics because
This is
I
the chemics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it so much. So the chemics, it is an origin of the USA. It's the USA. Around the 1948, 40s, yeah, 1840s. Yes. There was a chemistry professor in a certain university during the World War, Second World War, who invented the chemics. Yeah, the chemics involves using it is a manual brewing equipment. That being said, we use measured grams, yes, with a prescribed ratio, yes, isn't it? Yes. So we get our grams and we multiply by the ratio we are going to use. Usually the manual brewing ratios don't vary too much between equipments. We mostly use between 1 to 12 to 1 to 16. Yes. You get your grams according to the amount of people you want to serve. If you want to serve many people, you may use a substantial amount of coffee. Then after getting your coffee, you get your weighing scale. Yeah, yes, you have to use your weighing scale. We have it here. Then you pour your coffee. You get your brewing coffee. We use hot water of around 92 degrees. Yes. Our brewing time, we shall brew our coffee between 2 to 3 minutes. Yeah, it depends on you. So we pour. It is called a pour over. Yes, this equipment is a pour over equipment. Yes, this one, the chemics and the V60. I think also this one, chemics. So it is called a pour over because we pour on top. So if you want a strong coffee, you can manipulate it by the way you pour over the coffee. So if you want a strong coffee, you mainly focus on the middle. Yes, because this chemics has a funnel which has angles. So those angles, most of the coffee is concentrated in the middle. So if you want a strong coffee, you have to pour what? In the middle. Yes, because in the back, on the walls, there isn't enough coffee. So you have to pour what? In the middle. So if you want to balance it, you have to pour both in the middle and on the walls. Yeah. So you have to balance it. Yes, clockwise and anti-clockwise. Then you get a good cup of what?
The chemics is full of science.
Yeah, it's full of science.
So what would be the simplest? Is this a French press?
Yes. Yeah, I think
I think a French press is easy to use.
Yeah,
It's easier than
The chemics, I think it's for coffee fanatics.
yeah.
Yeah. So you can also take us through how we can use a French press. Because I think I find it easy.
So the French press, like the chemics, the French press is also pour over. It has a what? It has a sieve. It has a sieve. It's called the French press. It is an origin of the French people. Yeah, they love. So a French press, as I said, with the chemics, it also uses we use the same ratios. Yeah? The same ratios. The grams you use depend on the amount of people you are going to serve or the size of your chemics. We have different sizes of chemics. We have this one is in the background. So depending on the size and the amount of people you are going to serve, you get your grams. So after getting your grams and your scale, you pour inside. After, you get your brewing kettle and pour your water. 92 degrees, around 92 degrees to 95, 96, and maybe 100. It depends on you. So you pour over. After multiplying the grams by the ratio. Yeah, remember the ratios I talked about, 1 to 12 to 1 to 16. So you may use...
The French press has ratios as well.
Yeah, it has ratios. But you could also use 1 to 18, 1 to... It depends on you. Depends on you what you want. So you pour over. After pouring over, you place your cover on, and then you wait after it depends on you, but it's mostly around 2 minutes to 4 minutes or to 3. So after the brewing time has elapsed, you press like this, slowly, like the French. They're so careful. Yeah. So you press. After you serve. That is the French press.
This is a grinder.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the grinder, just like these are called manual brewing equipments. We don't want you to use automatic machines. Yeah, because when we are using manual brewing equipments, we want to feel the story.
Yeah, that's manual.
Yeah,
I think we can bring some beans.
We want to tell stories, to discuss, to enjoy as we brew it. So that is why we use such manual brewing equipments to grind. Yeah? So let me first answer you. So as all coffee.
Fine.
Yes. Belinda. Yes. So we cover and add coffee. So you measure. We have a scale here, but it's perfect. Measure, then you pour in. After, close. Start getting. You play well telling story. Yeah. So this is how we blend. Because of time, let me show you.
Yeah, that's Robusta.
Robusta.
It's not a Robusta. Very nice. But it's Highland Robusta.
Highland.
From Western Uganda. The aromas have grown to appreciate coffee. Because it doesn't evoke any aroma or impression. But coffee, the way it's packed, you look at that pack. The way coffee is packed, okay? It has a breather, it has a label, it has most of the time there's a cup. And the first impression for a pack of coffee, people pick it from the shelf, they sniff it. That aroma gives a different sensational feeling. I wouldn't say nostalgic. So it gives because after that impression, of course there is no tea that comes with a valve or packed in such an expensive pouch. But it's not expensive because most of people think coffee is a premium. It's a premium product or high end. Coffee is for everyone, or we have a different sizes. Some brands pack in sachets, some brands pack in tins, just in a bid to make coffee affordable. So dear Ugandans, coffee is very affordable. Yeah, we shall put numbers of the association and Train Smart Coffee College. You can reach out, you can visit them anytime. You didn't tell us where the Train Smart Coffee College is formed.
Train Smart Coffee College is located in Wandegeya, just next to Makerere Small Gate. We are on Namuswa building. Yeah, that is our location. When you are coming from Bombo Road, we are located just above Equity Bank. Coming from Kampala, that is town, just next to Wandegia Market. Yeah. From what? From Makerere Hill Road, just next to Kasule Mosque. Yeah, that is our location.
Okay,
the building is called Namuswa Plaza, 6th floor, room number 1. Yes.
I think it's the only room on the 6th floor.
Yeah.
So DNA and others, I think we thank you. But about what the Youthpresso Coffee Mission is doing, we are fostering conversations, we are fostering mentorship, we are fostering quality control, we are fostering scaling, we are fostering a lot of things. We are fostering, we are boosting sales, we are fostering upgradings in the coffee value chain. We are advocating for coffee creatives. We want to come up with more than coffee products or coffee coffee impacts, but also coffee products like coffee oils, like coffee everything, I would say. Such that we find a way of using coffee in different ways. Yeah. Before I forget, why do women fear coffee?
Why?
Yeah.
No. Remember, she told us she, got used to coffee just because she was on the machine after getting to work. So I'm trying to imagine if you were this person who never got the chance, to get to the machine. Would you have not, become a coffee taker?
No, I wouldn't. I think my mom could have instilled it in me, because since we were young, we used not to take coffee. And whenever you'd try it out, you'd have that, just like she said, the migraines, the headache. Most people say when you take coffee, you lose sleep. But then me, I would instead sleep. I would get that sleep. So I would get dizzy and then I just choose to sleep. So I don't know what's the logic, but that's how it was.
Do you still get effects even today?
No, I now stay awake.
Well, this is a very important topic we're discussing. It has kept most of the females from taking coffee.
Yes, women are very
there's a myth that is spread about coffee. I don't know its I don't know its authenticity. There is a myth about coffee, especially towards women, that I'll pose this question. I'll pose this question towards the females we have here.
Yeah.
Most of the females say that when they take coffee, I don't want to sound weird. When they take coffee, that it dries them. I think you understand what I'm saying. That is something we should really address, because as for the women here, they take coffee. I don't know, has it affected you that way? Because it is actually keeping.
Let's verify the myth. Is it true?
Is it true, or it is just a myth?
Is it Kajanja, or is someone who invented it just to make women don't take coffee? You know that we've had a lot of myths actually. That's not the first one.
Yes.
But women, it's actually women that consume, I think, most of
I think they're revenging. They're telling the standard.
I personally believe, you see, most people in the West, coffee is a Western thing.
Yes.
Women in the West do coffee. It is only in Africa where women do not take coffee. Just like the way they used not take chicken, so they now do chicken. I feel like men just brought up a discussion that coffee is not supposed to be taken by women. Just because they never wanted them to enjoy the benefits of
So
coffee.
the men wanted to keep coffee.
Exactly, so they kept it themselves because they knew the benefits of coffee, as all men know.
And
So, just because, coffee, makes you get awakened and then feelings and all that. So, I personally believe they wanted, to control that bridge between coffee and
We wanted to retain that.
just
flavor.
make them dull, such that they should not, be good thinkers and first thinkers. So that's how I feel like personally. That's what I think, and that's why most women took it up that way, and it makes them dry. But that is just a fallacy. Yeah. Thank you.
For me, in my experience as a barista, I noticed women don't like bitter things. Yeah. For me, that's my main reason.
Because they have a sweet tooth.
Yeah. That's my main reason of why they don't take coffee. I don't think it is the other thing you're talking about.
But it is there.
It is there, but I think they don't like bitter things.
That's what
They
women
hate.
No, before it became to bitterness and what?
Because for bitterness, one has to first taste. But even before tasting, when you tell someone,
They're already
a
biased.
female, that about coffee, that is the point they'll raise. Coffee. You know? So that is actually, it is a false myth why you should coffee. In conclusion, to all the females out there, please take coffee. It has very many advantages, very many
Health
benefits. And these benefits are both to the men and the women. You should not be afraid of taking coffee, please. Yes.
One of the coffee is an antioxidant. Coffee helps with the functioning of the blood. There is a lot of things like caffeine. That natural caffeine, it can help you with a headache instead of you going for like a manufactured Panadol because you're carrying headache. So coffee has a lot of benefits. Yeah, but still we would warn you about the addiction. That the addiction isn't very good.
Yeah.
So I've heard about women saying that coffee drives them, bichi. But since I'm a coffee guy, of course we've dated girls and they take coffee. So have you guys experienced that? Yeah, coffee. I think coffee is a normal beverage.
Yeah.
And I would tell you that there is caffeine in tea as well. There is caffeine in tea as well because you know. Have you ever served a pregnant woman a cup of tea? And when you put a lot of tea, and she said, she's like, you want me to abort? Yeah, but coffee. I've never had a complaint like that with coffee. You want to say something?
Yes, I would say about tea actually has higher caffeine than coffee, especially the high-end teas. They have very high caffeine. It's actually much higher than the coffee. So people who are saying the caffeine, you're already taking the caffeine, the tea because you're already taking it.
Actually, I'd rather take coffee.
So maybe a little caution about taking coffee. You know that there is always discipline everywhere. So if you're going to take coffee, ensure that you take some good amount of water. Yes, because if you only take it raw, just the coffee, it might affect you a bit. But if you accompany it with water, then everything will be well.
And coffee like there is a way coffee like evokes a high appetite.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you need like to be a person who like eats well. No, not saying that me I'm on coffee like Musaidwa, yes. So make sure your eating habits and sipping habits are just great. Yeah. So any other business made I would thank the association for this initiative. I would thank Train Smart Coffee College for hosting us and having us. Train Smart was to serve us a cup of cappuccino latte and everyone's beverage. Only that our power has cut us short. So we would maybe wait a little bit to see where the power comes back and we leave with a cup of coffee. We'll also thank Frosting Barista Academy, one of the sponsors of this event, this show, and also Nostalgic Coffee's cinematic blend. Yes, that is designed to have Uganda, promoting Uganda coffee and Ugandan content. Yes, on camera we've had Cax Media yeah, it's taking a good shot of this show. And we've had Christine from Coffee Club, Macquarie University. We've had GNA Coffee Hub.